Good evening, everybody. I'd like to call the November 13th Board of Trustees meeting for Indian Head Park to order. I think we need a roll call with our clerk. Gavin, do you want to handle that? One moment, please.
What'd you do to me, man?
There we go. Thank you. Clerk, we need a roll call, please, when you get a chance. No, we can't.
I didn't realize juggling was on the show today.
I think it's because of the aurora borealis that came the last couple days that there might be some things going on atmospherically in the room. One moment.
Did anybody go outside and see that?
I went outside, but I couldn't see it. You could see it through your camera, though.
The moon was incredible, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was beautiful.
Yeah. I went out 2 days, after dark, like after 9 o'clock, you're supposed to be able to. I think you had to be a little further north. Or in an area that is not as well lit up as Cook County.
Yes. Bless you.
You all ready? Trustee Iannacco?
Here.
Trustee Eck?
Here.
Trustee Donnersberger? Trustee Svetka?
Here.
Trustee Gazis?
Here.
President Amy Jo Wittenberg?
Here, did you call Trustee Saldana?
I did not call Trustee Sedana because I didn't see her. Sorry. Trustee Saldana?
Not here.
All righty, can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Thank you. And thank you all for coming this evening. I know there's a lot going on in everybody's lives, and we appreciate you joining us both in person and online or on Channel 6 Comcast if you are there tonight. The first thing that is up is I'm going to do a priorities update. As we reach the halfway point of our fiscal year, this is an important time to review departmental progress and assess where we stand with our priorities as a village. This mid-year checkpoint helps ensure we remain aligned with our stated priorities and allows us to identify areas where additional focus or resources may be needed. I've asked Gavin to focus on those priorities that are mostly completed to this point for the summary this evening. If anyone has questions on these, please feel free to reach out to Gavin, and he can answer any detailed information that you may need. Looking ahead, we have begun the early stages of developing goals and priorities that will help us inform the 2026 budget. Gavin is actively preparing preliminary ideas and recommendations, which will be shared with us and the board in January 2026. These decisions will support a healthy and important dialogue that we must have in the village, both for our current priorities and for our future priorities in 2026. So I know that you all know that I believe goal setting and priority setting is very important, and I also believe that supporting our staff and our department heads with resources and guidance as they go through the process to make sure that we are making progress on our goals and seeing it's halfway now. We need to be there for them to make sure they have what they need. So when we get to the end of the year, we have most of these completed if we can. So Gavin, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm just going to go over some of the highlights. As Amy Jo said, we're going to focus on some of the ones we've accomplished already or are mostly accomplished. And just to explain what you see before you and is up on the screen over there, green items are those that are complete. Blue are things that are in progress. And then red is some things that we're behind on. Some of the blue ones, even though the month may show that we're past that month, they're we've made significant progress on those, and so they're still showing up as in progress. So going through by departments, under administration, we haven't completed any of those, but we have made significant progress, particularly on the new waste hauling agreement, as well as outsourcing the vehicle sticker scofflaw program. With the waste hauling agreement, we have received 3 proposals. We've received proposals from SBC, Groot, and Flood Brothers, and we're in the process of reviewing those. Staff and our ad hoc committee are reviewing those, and we'll bring, we're hoping to bring a recommendation to the board by the January meeting. If we're ready sooner than that, we'll bring it to the December meeting. That will give enough time in the event that we do change providers for the transition to happen smoothly. Under human resources, which I have to admit is our weakest area as far as meeting these goals, there are a lot of things that are in progress. For example, the health savings account for our employees. I've reached out to our consultant at the co-op that we participate in the Intergovernmental Personnel Benefits Cooperative, and they are giving me the information that I need to put an HSA in place. So that's really the only thing we've made any progress on under that. But we are continuing. We have all these goals. We're going to roll them over and continue working on those. As Amy Jo mentioned, we're 6 months into the year, so we have some time this year to catch up on those. Under community development, we've made significant progress on many of these, and those that are still outstanding, that we're still making progress on, and in most cases are ahead of schedule. But in particular, I want to point out that we have engaged an economic development consultant, SB Friedman. As you know, we've taken all the steps towards, we have set up the business development district, and we have taken all the steps that we can up to this point to establish a TIF district in the same area, Triangle area. So those have made, the completed project is hiring them. And if you look down to the third one, the the Triangle property development, we've done everything we could up to this point. And then going into the final quarter of the fiscal year, we will have, by then, hopefully have engaged someone to help us with the market feasibility study and start working on a development plan that's more specific. So, again, we've made a lot of progress in that area. Under finance, one of the big ones, and I want to give recognition to Lucy Sanders in the administration office, who has created and implemented a past due water billing program. I will send you all a full report on the amount of money that she has collected through enforcement of or approaching late bills, and she continues to work on that. But that is fully implemented, and we're hoping to reduce outstanding balances. We have already reduced them significantly. I would say her enforcement of late bills has brought in over $20,000 that was in late payments. So that's good news. Bad news is that we had gotten there in the first place. The other success we've had in finance is implementing the BSNA system, which is related to the water billing, because all of our water billing now goes through the BSNA financial system, and that makes it a lot easier to keep up with all of that. So that was another good thing. It has streamlined our payments, our accounts payable processes, and it has improved a lot of our functions. It also gives us a lot more transparency into what's going on. It's a lot easier to find invoices that were paid and understand what they were for and how they help us to accomplish our goals, so that when I do have questions about what bills were paid for what reason, I'm able to answer those because of BSNA. Under police, one of our big achievements, we've had several, but is the expanded use of video cameras. We've put in more video cameras throughout the village. We're actively using those for enforcement and tracking. We're better utilizing the CAPER system, which is now known as True North, we have a new adjudication judge who is working with us to really improve our adjudication and how we're implementing that and how we're gaining compliance from folks who are out of compliance for whatever reason. Then moving on to Public Works, and if there are any questions about any specific ones, as Amy Jo said, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions right now, we have the staff here that can answer all those. Under Public Works, big is completing the pump house improvements. I put that as green, but although Joe is still working on the transition of chlorine from liquid to gas, from gas to liquid. Thank you. And but other, and that we're going through the steps right now to get that finished off. But Joe has not only did he complete what was started before he got here, but he identified a lot of gaps that weren't included in the original project, took care of those, got those up to speed, and all within budget. So kudos on that. And then we've made a lot of progress on the GIF's infrastructure mapping, completing that program, and also integrating community development in with all of the Public Works infrastructure into our GIS system is going to be another goal for probably for next year. Anyway, I just wanted to go through that real quick. Again, there are a lot of goals in every department that I didn't go over. We're also going to be publishing this on our website so that the residents can track it also and find out what we're doing and how we're progressing and improving the village or bringing the village up to speed, and how we're providing the services for their money, the value for their money. So that's it.
Great, thank you. That will be the completion of my report, and we will move right along to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion for the consent agenda, please?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any questions on the consent agenda? I think we will need a financial report from our treasurer.
It's after the minute. It's before the minutes. Okay. The financial report for the month ending October 2025, cash on hand at September 30th, 2025 was $3,047,727.28. All payments in October of 2025 were $605,392.68. Total revenues for October of 2025 were $265,632.72. Bringing us to an ending bank balance October 31st of 2025 of $2,707,967.32.
Great, thank you. Any other questions on the consent agenda? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Zvedka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
5-0, the motion passes.
Thank you. Moving on to new business. Item C, can I please have a motion for item C, please?
I second.
Alrighty, any questions or discussion on the approval of the regular meeting minutes of October 9th? Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannaco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Svetka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
5-0, motion carries.
Great, moving on to item D, consideration of the approval of our property tax levy. Can I please have a motion for that item, please?
I move to approve ordinance 2025-2022, or 22, establishing the 2025 property tax levy in the amount of rounded $1,478,000.
Second?
Gavin?
This ordinance sets the village's 2025 property tax levy in the amount of $1,478,444, reflecting a 4.9% increase over the prior year's extension of $1,409,384, as directed by the Finance Committee. That figure will capture the 2.9% consumer price index increase and any new growth in EAV for the properties in Indian Head Park. The levy supports core services and debt obligations, including public safety, insurance, IMRF, and general operations. The estimated impact on a home with a market value of $350,000 in Indian Head Park is a $38 increase.
Any questions on the levy items that Gavin just presented? Alrighty, hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannaco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Svetka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
5-0, motion carries.
Madam Chairman, before we go on, can I just mention that there's no picture, no sound on the TV for our meeting tonight?
Oh, for Channel 6,
Yep.
Comcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
Thank you, Eileen, for that. Well, just so everybody is aware, we've been having major network issues from Comcast in this building, unfortunately, and they've been in here to try to fix it. Just be aware that on YouTube, you will be able to see the replay of the meeting and see the meeting live. So if somebody's not getting it on Channel 6, they can get it through the YouTube link that is put on our website before the meeting. Actually, every afternoon, that link gets distributed and published, so you can always use that link and see the meeting live if the Comcast Channel 6 link. I'm not condoning that we shouldn't have Channel 6 up and running, because we should, but until we get those little snafus settled, that's always a backup that we have. Alrighty, moving on to item E. Can I have a motion, please?
Move to approve Resolution 2025-30, Task Order Number 2502 with Thomas Engineering for Phases 1 and Phases 2 on the professional engineering services related to the 2026 sanitary sewer cleaning and televising program, an amount not to exceed rounded $47,000.
Second with the phases 2 and 3 of the professional engineering services.
Did I say 2 and 3? Oh, 2 and 3, okay. Thank you.
Alrighty, and will you be handling this, Gavin?
Yes. If you have any specific questions, that's what Joe's here for. But this resolution authorizes Task Order 2502 with Thomas Engineering Group, as Charlie said, and the price is not to exceed $47,079.93. And this is part of the village's long-term compliance with the MWRD's Infiltration and Inflow Control Program. The work includes preparation of bid documents, field oversight, and reporting, and will allow us to inspect approximately 20,000 feet of sanitary sewer and up to 120 manholes. And that's about a third of our sewer line. Costs will be covered from the Water and Sewer Fund. And again, this is required by MWRD, and it's something that we do. We do televising every other year and then do the repairs based on the analysis from the televising in the off year.
All righty, any other questions on item E for the televising from Thomas Engineering? All right, hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Svetka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
And moving on to item F, can I please have a motion for that?
I motion the consideration and approval of Resolution 2025-31, task order number 2503 with Thomas Engineering Group, LLC, for Phase 2 and 3 professional engineering services related to the 2026 sanitary sewer rehabilitation project in the amount not to exceed $48,606.80.
Second.
This resolution goes hand in hand with the previous one and authorizes a task order with Thomas Engineering not to exceed $48,606.80, and the project's will address issues identified, as I mentioned, during the inspections, and it's for the repair portion of that. There will be approximately 2,000 linear feet of cured-in-place pipelining installed in where needed to improve system integrity and maintain regulatory compliance.
Alrighty, any other questions on that Thomas Engineering scope of work and proposal? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Svetka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Item G, please, may we have a motion?
Item G, I move to consider and approve Resolution 20-32, task order number 25-04 with Thomas Engineering Group, LLC, for preparation of 2026 long-term operation and maintenance program annual summary report for MWRD IICP compliance in the amount not to exceed $12,374.90.
Second.
Again, this is a requirement with MWRD. The report will document our 2025 sewer system maintenance and improvement activities, and it has to be submitted by March 1st of 2026 to ensure continued program compliance and eligibility.
Alrighty, any other questions? Hearing none, can we please have a roll call vote?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Svetka?
Aye.
Trustee Gazis?
Aye.
5-0, motion passes.
Great. We will move on now to item number 7, public comments. Did we receive any in email, Andres, before the meeting?
There was a public comment, but looking at it, it was also forwarded to the board as well, so I did not include it in the public comments. It wasn't directly for this meeting, but it was a general public comment about fences, but it was also included with, like I said, every single one of the board members was included on it, so.
Okay. And did you also get that, forward that to the Planning and Zoning Commission, or?
Yes, it's on it for my, I was going to present it at the next meeting for the Planning and Zoning
Great.
Commission.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
Good evening. My name is Sean Flood. I'm the president of SBC Waste Solutions. It's great to see you, Joe, Gavin, and Mayor and staff. Thank you guys for having us here tonight. And We appreciate the opportunity to continue our partnership with the Village of Indian Head Park. We truly believe we've established a great partnership with the village and its residents. I've gotten to know quite a few of you personally, some of you not, but Joe has been a great addition to the village, and so has Gavin, in my opinion. I think staff has done a great job of stepping up to the plate with certain things, and we appreciate that. And with that said, I just wanted to bring some certain things to the attention of the village. We officially kicked off leaf vacuuming service this week with you guys. Obviously, we had the snowstorm on Sunday. There was quite a bit of snow out there on Monday, and then it kind of froze into Tuesday. Speaking with Joe, we started off on Wednesday morning as it thawed out, just getting that going. I know there were some calls with the residents asking when it was going to be starting, so we officially kicked it off on Wednesday. We'll be reporting back to Joe and staff as well on the daily productivity on that. And with just certain things, you guys were new to the franchise agreement roughly 5 years ago, and we were new to the residential game. So we have something very in common together as a company and a village and as a community. We were new as a company, but with the experience we had was over 40, 50 years with my father and Karen and other people being involved in SBC. We were a newer name, and you guys entrusted it in SBC to give us our first residential contract. If it wasn't for IHP, we wouldn't have the 7 communities that we have today. We're servicing over 80,000 residents now on a weekly basis. And if it wasn't for this community, I don't know where we would be today. So I want to thank you, and I want to thank staff, and I want to thank the residents for giving us that opportunity, because we've grown to larger communities, but as a smaller company, we're not like the larger companies. And residents can reach out to myself directly. I manage the residential email. I've had trustees reach out to me with concerns and issues, and I'm able to address those directly. And that's our promise, and that's the promise we will continue always to service our communities that we service. So with that, I just want to remind you, when you guys had the tornado disaster a couple of years ago, you guys reached out to us, and we were the first ones to obviously help respond and help get rid of that material free of cost for the village. It was something that I thought would help the community, obviously help the community. It was a huge disaster, and we were there to support the village with that. I just want to remind that to everybody that, we're here as a smaller company, and we'll always be here to be able to support the village and its residents. I don't blame you for what you guys are doing, and you guys are looking to do what's best for your residents, and we believe we put an RFP together that's best for this community. And we're ready to stand by it, and we're ready to be able to continue this partnership with this community. So when you guys do reach out, we always do try to get involved. We try to make donations as much as possible. And working with Arcacia and Amy over here, she's a great community member of this community. And I just wanted to say thank you. So we appreciate you. We hope to continue our partnership, and we just want to thank you for everything you've done for SBC, regardless or not. We hope to continue our partnership, but we just want to thank you all, and it's been a pleasure to work with you all, and we hope to continue that partnership for many more years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other public comments? All righty, hearing none, we will move on to reports. Trustee Gazis?
No report. I will defer to Danielle on planning and zoning.
Trustee Svesko?
Thank you. Yes, so as Jim mentioned, the planning and zoning meeting was last week. It was the public commentary session for some feedback on the fences issue that is the kind of hot topic right now. The survey had gone out. We have a number of results back, and Andres, I think, if I quote you indirectly, the number of survey results that we had last week has been more than the number of voters that typically turn out in the village, which was lovely to hear that many people are engaged at this point in time. There were some surveys that did not find their way to houses that have now, from what I understand, been rectified, and those have been sent out. The feedback period has been extended until the end of November for those additional surveys. So if you have not yet responded, please do so. We like to hear all the feedback from all of the residents. There were a number of residents in attendance at that meeting. I think there were, I don't know, maybe a dozen people that came and spoke about their thoughts and feelings on the topic. And the zoning committee, of course, is taking all that into consideration. I believe the next scheduled meeting is still the first Tuesday of December. Second Tuesday of December? December 2nd. Thank you. I'm bad with dates. December 2nd. So if anyone would like to come out and provide any additional feedback at that time, that's when I'd recommend that you guys come out. And can I comment on tree and landscape? Okay. So Tree and Landscape has a meeting coming up on the 19th at 6:30 p.m. That will be here in the Village Hall. The Tollway is going to be there to give us their information on their report based on the plantings that they put in the ground earlier this year. And we are going to hopefully talk to them a little bit more strategically about the next upcoming things that they're going to be assisting us with, or next plantings that we're looking at. I believe Joe's going to give us an update on our tree planting program as it relates to the grant that we have received, and we will also take public commentary, questions, comments, feedback at that time. So if anyone's interested in tree and landscape, please come out on the 19th at 6:30 and join us. That is all I have. Thank you.
Trustee Donnersberger.
No report.
Trustee Eck.
Yes, I want to talk about the Finance Committee briefly. We met on Monday, the 29th. We talked about Public Works for our budget going forward. Our next meeting is Monday, December 1st at 4 o'clock. It's open to the public if anybody would like to come. We'll be talking about the administrative department at that particular meeting. I also want to acknowledge that at the last meeting, staff prepared a couple of drafts for initial discussion. Capital assets policy 1, purchasing policy 2, investment policy 3, and budget policy 4. And at some point in time, this will come back to the board, hopefully with Finance Committee recommendation along with it. But thank you, staff, for initiating that. Thank you.
Anything else, Trustee Eck?
No.
Trustee Iannacco?
No report.
Question here?
And how about village attorney?
No report.
And how about our village administrator?
Thanks. First, I just want to make sure you all know that I appreciate Andres' work, and he had a little help from Brandon putting together all your board packets for tonight. But in the back, I want to draw your attention to the rules of procedures for board meetings. Tonight went very smoothly, probably because those are back there. And the public comment policy. And I think there's also in your binders, I don't know if they made it in there yet, the brief Robert's rules.
Yeah, they should have a brief
chart.
IML. If it's not
So-
in there, we'll grab them at the last.
Feel free to refer to all of those as we go through meetings. But I also want to update you on the TIF. We had the joint review board meeting recently. It went very well. The taxing bodies that were in attendance voted unanimously in support of us establishing a TIF district in the Triangle area. The timeline now will be notifying all the property owners and neighboring residents. There will be a public hearing at the December board meeting, which is December 11th. And there will be a vote on establishing the TIF district at your January meeting, January 8th of 2026. And that will, if you do approve of the establishing the TIF district, that will kick off the clock on the 23 years, as well as starting to collect the increment and put that into the TIF fund. As part of the budget process, we are going to be we'll be establishing two new funds. One will be the business district fund, which you've already established the business district, so that will definitely be start receiving revenue. And then if the TIF district is approved, we'll have a TIF fund also, and those are separate funds in our accounting. So that's the TIF update. The heritage site, can I just tell them? Okay. We are going to be meeting with the Heritage Site Committee and our consultant to start developing a vision and more specific plans for that space. That is going to be coming up in the next week or two. And then I've already talked about the waste hauling. I think I've told you everything on that. We are intending to bring it to either December or January meeting for approval. And then water billing. That's all I had. Thank you.
Gavin, that page that you mentioned, we don't have it, so if you just send it to us after the meeting, we'd appreciate it.
The rules of procedures for board meetings?
It's
You
in
don't
the
have it?
very back.
On the back?
I've got the CAD calls on the back, but that's all.
The cat calls?
You should keep going to see if it's at the, I mean, it's like the very, very back, so like, if you can see the back, it's not there?
No.
Well,
Just send it to us after the meeting, it'll be fine.
well, I mean, yeah, it was what you approved in August, so like, the binders are not individual, like, they're not like for trustee Act, trustee Inako, so they're moved along, but we'll do a look at the next time, make sure they're all in there.
Thank you. How about department heads? Village clerk, would you like to give your report, please? And then department heads? Sorry.
I would say just a brief report because everyone else has touched on all my topics today. I will say just giving a brief update on the fences. Yes, December 2nd, we'll have the next one on it. Please, once again, if you have not either received one or if you haven't returned back in, please do such. We are currently sitting at 660, which is 72 more than we had last Tuesday. So I'm trying to get to 703, just because it's as Trustee Sletska pointed out, 660 is twice the number of people who voted in the last election. The highest number that I can find here in the elections is 1,018, but the highest vote I found in an election is 702. So I personally just want 703 just because. But anyway, 660 is a fantastic response either way. So we're hoping to get more of that, and then we'll eventually see. We'll break it out in all the different types, and we'll have the Plan Commission can see it, the public can see it. We did give a bit of a preliminary look at it, but it was just raw data reporting, and it's pretty interesting so far. I think most people kind of know what the contour of it is, but we don't want to do any analysis or discourage anyone from putting in their opinion. So please put your opinion in, so that we can get that in there and we can use it to make good decisions. Thank you.
And please note that staff is also compiling the comments. If you're writing in the comments field, those will also be documented and summarized and available for public view.
I think we're at 135 comments at the moment. So definitely about 20% of the responses, which is about right. But yes, we are putting them in there as faithfully as we can to get those opinions in there. And we do look at them, and we're going to analyze them too. We're just not going to hand them out to see certain themes, because just kind of reading them as we go along, there have been some people who have basically said, like, if they would not like to have fences, but if they were to have fences, here was what they would like them to be. Lots of comments about if there's fences, talking about needing regulations for materials and heights and these types of things, which are all things we're going to look at in the future. But we want to get the policy questions out, because if nothing changes, then we don't want to put the cart before the horse on that one. So, thank you.
Joe Coons?
Thank you. As Danielle mentioned, we do have the Tree and Landscape Committee coming up. One other item that'll be on there is Thomas Brennan, who helped us put together our tree management program, will attend via Zoom on that as well, so we'll be discussing that. And just to touch on the tree planting program, we did get 25 new trees put in last week. Everything went well. Now I just need to compile all the numbers and see where we land with this first round. Because in total we have to spend $50,000 to get the matching $25,000 back for the grant. So I want to see where our numbers come up, and that'll determine how many we plant this spring. But as far as it goes, it went well, very professional. The company was in and out. They got it all done in one day. It was quite impressive to see. And Sean has mentioned, we did get started on the leaf collection on Wednesday. We'll keep updating the progress, because once the leaf collection is completed, it'll be on the homeowners to take what's left. So we'll just keep the update going so that people know this will be the last round, so that nobody leaves anything out over the winter, because with the plow season coming up, it will wind back up on their property with our plows. So what else we got here? Irma, our risk management company, we have a meeting with them on the 19th, Gavin and I, to go over policy review prep. We got all of our trucks ready for the snow season and got to break them in on Sunday night into Monday morning. Everything went smooth. The other thing I wanted to mention was the Halloween event was a big success. Talking with Public Works, they said it was well attended, and we're going to discuss possibly improving on it with items and maybe something to make it a little bit more special each year to make it better. So that's all I got.
Thank you, Joe. Chief?
Joel for taking my number one item. But the Halloween party and parade was a great success. It was enjoyed by all. We marched the kids around the park twice, had the costume judging contest, and went very well.
And the chief was actually in the paper right there, if you want to
Right
see.
here.
He was a star this week.
So, and when we talk about goals, I talked to Gavin today, and what we call the 2-year dig out. I've been here 2 years now, and it seems like we're getting things where we want them to be. There's a lot that needs to be done, but we were talking about, one of the items was iLeap. iLeap is an outside organization that takes a look at our rules, regulations, policies, and they can edit them if necessary. It's something I would like to do. It's approximately a year-long project, which can be extended 6 months. I don't think it will take us a year, but we'd be right around there. But it's something I think that needs to be done. And some of the benefits are it can help you with reduce liability and possibly lower insurance costs. So talk to Gavin today. We're going to start on that for calendar. I call it calendar 26. Retail theft, I'm going to get the retail theft grant up and running for Black Friday. It would be our busiest time. We're going to get some surveillance equipment, but I think the trackers, I think there's a lot of legalities that we would have to adhere to, so I think I'm going to get more like night vision, things like that, so we can keep a better eye on what's going on. But I still have to discuss that with the troops. The contract, we're going to meet for clarity on the contract that expires April. Our biggest hurdle will be the 12-hour shifts and how we determine overtime and different things and holidays with that. But that's something that Gavin has sent me some other departments' contracts. Plus, I talked to some of the other departments that do the 12. So we'll get that all ironed out. Just the contract needs a lot of clarity in that regard. Briar Place, as you see, was like probably 12 calls there. The reason for that is they called, and their biggest problem is they could not get a case report number. So now the Cook County Communications Centers give them the case report number that they need, so they don't need us to respond. So it's reduced the amount of times that we have to go over there, which is great. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. I think that is it for the evening, right? Did we hit everybody? Did I forget anybody? No, I don't really like to. Can I have, if there is nothing else, can I have a motion for adjournment, please?
I motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Can everybody that's in favor say aye?
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.